Now coming to the optional part, like you have engineering background and civil engineering. So how optional plays an important role in civil services? Though we all know that it is 500 marks, but it is said that optional, if you perform well, you can score above 3 and sometimes 350 plus. Yeah. So what is your, some student has asked that how you started optional, because how one should start optional? I mean, simultaneously with the GS preparation, or should he or she prepare it first, then they should jump into the GS?
If I'm being completely honest, let's go by the numbers. You are an average selected candidate is scoring about 300 in optionals. And that is about 2.5 times you will score in your GS paper. So yeah, it is very important, no doubt about it. But I'm not the best person to comment on how to prepare for optional because it was my graduation subject. And I also cleared engineering services exam. So, and for that matter, anyone who opts for civil engineering optional has something to do with engineering service exam simultaneously. Either they are preparing for it or they have cleared it. So civil engineers or people who are opting for civil engineering might not be the best person to guide people about optionals. So I would refrain my answer to that. Other than that, I would only say that yes, it is a very important subject and you should devote time to it. If you are not comfortable regarding optional, you can go for coaching. But I would end my remark by saying that you should choose optional based on your interest and availability of the matter, rather than some people scoring 360 in the optional. Why? Because if you're not really interested in that matter, you will end up competing with people who are interested, and they will definitely score better than you. Because you're not interested, you will not be able to devote as much time, you will not be able to think about it as much, and you will not be able to bring that quality in the answer which other people will. So you will not be as competitive, and at the end of the day, you will end up getting to 70 to 80.
Fair enough. Now, the last portion, that is Abhishek ji, is interview. And you have a well experience of 2 interviews, as you said rightly, that first, I think 3 interviews, sorry. So how you improve? KSG is instrumental in your preparation, and you are associated with us from past 3-4 years. And how you find us useful for your personality test and improving your marks in that?
I would like to thank KSG and specifically Dr. Khan for his instrumental and valuable feedback regarding interviews. As you rightly mentioned, sir, I have been using KSG's mock interviews for all my 3 attempts for preparation. And please allow me to draw to your kind notice that I made sure that the last interview that I gave before my UPSC final interview was at KSG, because Khan's feedback was so valuable and so confidence building that I made sure that it was my last interview I gave. So I would say that as you might have noticed until now, that I tend to speak a little bit faster. And unfortunately, I have not been able to improve upon it, but Khan's feedback did help me slow down a little bit and make my answers more targeted in the interview. Some strategies which he suggested as feedback were helpful to me. And I must say that of all the interviews I have given in engineering service as well as in civil service, I've given 4 interviews in total in UPSC and many mock interviews. I did not find anyone making notes so attentively as Khan sir did, and giving positive and negative aspects of your personality right away to you. So that was very helpful, and I would advise the candidates to go for mock interviews. Other than that, I did not go for any coaching, or I did not follow any material from KSG. So I won't be able to comment on that. I'm so sorry. But as far as mock interviews goes, I would advise people to go for Khan sir's feedback. It is very valuable.
Well, thank you so much, Abhishek ji, for giving your valuable insights to the viewers. And it is such a learning experience for me, for Dr. Khan, for the entire KSG team. We have jotted down your experience, and you are the achiever today. And if handing over to Khan sir, your thank-giving remarks, please. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Abhishek. Abhishek is saying something. Yes.
Yes, he's saying.
I wanted to say something about answer writing. Sir, the conventional wisdom, I could not bring it up. I must apologize. The conventional wisdom says that you have to write 10 points for 10 markers and 15 points for 15 markers. I did not do that. I went for overkill. If I'm being completely honest, if I'm being completely clear, I went for an overkill. I tended to write 15 points in 10 markers and about 20 to 22 points in 15 markers. And
that's I was the point noted by everybody. I also note this. That's why I go by the conventional wisdom. If you want to go ahead, you have to go ahead. That's it.
I was told by a previous topper that if you write 15 points, the examiner will be compelled to give you marks. And I had enough content. I had enough content to go for 20 to 22 points, and I developed speed in answer writing. So I was fortunately able to go for 20 at the number of points that I mentioned. Secondly, several toppers have mentioned that no, you don't have to use data. You can use qualitative answers. But personally, sir, I submit to you 2 statements. Government of India has done a lot in past 12 years for poverty alleviation. Our Government of India has been able to reduce the number of people below poverty line by 271 million from 2005 to 2016. Now you tell me which statement creates better impact on you.
Second one.
That's it. That's the point. So I learned a lot of data. I made notes about data, and I jotted data points for every topic, GS2 and GS3, and I use them as liberally as possible.
These are all variable points that I noted. The last point is me. Formally, thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you very much. And it was really lovely listening to you. Your speed has come down a bit. It hasn't come down to the extent that I would have preferred. But nothing screams louder than success. And your success is screaming. My best wishes are with you. And I really appreciate on behalf of the entire team of KSG for giving your valuable time, and especially the insights that you've given. That quite a few of them are very unconventional. I mean, they are not like the ones that we generally been hearing, and it works. So I think it's going to be a few new rules that we will be having. Thank you very, very much, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Abhishek ji. All the best wishes.